Shalalali yahawah Shemi or Shaiba Shemakakadash. The brothers the apostles of James Yurtma Stone. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this work in sincerity and honesty. Shalom to the helps and the sisters. This is Ashar from James Vigilant, James Jamaica. And we're gonna get into the walkie-talkie doctrine, as Apostle Gabar would say, right? The walkie-talkie doctrine of Christianity, right? Because Christianity comes with a scare tactic that Satan is basically cast into the earth, and Satan is on the earth tempting, and then when you die you go to hell. And it's nothing like that, yo. The Lord is still in control of Satan. Satan did not rebel against the Lord, because Satan cannot rebel against the Lord. There's no one on this earth or in heaven that can rebel against Yahawah Shemi. Right? So let's get characteristic of the Lord. This is Isaiah 45. Right? We can start at verse 6. He say, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. So there is no matchup. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the first thing first you have to learn is that the Lord does both good and the Lord does both evil. Right? The Lord have angels that does good, and the Lord has angels that does evil, and they are the work of the Lord. Right? There's no rebellion in heaven. Right? Proverbs 16 and verse 4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right? So the Lord, as I repeat again, the Lord is not only good. Then he would not, if he was only good, as stated in a Superman movie with Lex Luthor, telling Superman that you can't be all powerful and all good. Yeah, there's have to be a balance. Right? The Lord is both good. The Lord does both good and does both evil. Right? Yeah. So yeah, we'll read this first, because the doctrine of Christianity is that Satan get kicked out of heaven, come down on earth to basically give trouble. Yeah? Alright, so this is from AI web search, AI mode. It said the Bible does not prove a single specific date from when Satan was kicked out of heaven. Instead, scholars and theologians identify several distinct falls or stage of his explosions based on different scriptural passages. The original fall pre-human history. Most theologians agree that Satan's first fall occurred after the creation of angels, but before the temptation of Adam and Eve in the garden. Some suggest it happened between Genesis 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. The gap theory. During this stage, he was barred from his original privileged position due to pride. Right? Yes, so it's teach. Alright, so it's Revelation 12 and 7 to 9. It said, describe a future or final war in heaven where the Angel Michael defeat the dragon Satan and hurl him and his angels down to earth. Right? Satan will be cast into the Alright, so for the most part, they have Satan being cast out in the time of Adam and Eve. Right? So just for look up sake, because we knew this. So was Job before Adam and Eve? The answer is no, Job did not live before Adam and Eve, according to biblical chronology and the consensus of theologians, so on and so forth. So, like how Job was not living before Adam and Eve, now we have to wonder. Because this is the thing with the scriptures, you got to think with a brain. And that's what a lot of people did not do. Right? The Lord did not put the spirit on everyone to think with their brain. Some brains are just for space holders. Right? So this is Job 2 and verse 1. You see, again, there was a day when the Son of God came to present himself before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Right? And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Right? And the Lord said unto Satan, as thou consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Yahawah and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man had will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand. So before Satan can even do nothing, Satan have to say, oh, put forth your hand, because he has to get the okay before him can do anything. Put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So this wasn't a back and forth, oh yo, you can mash up Job, and you can't do me nothing. No. The Lord sent him for a mission, and him come back and report, and Satan basically say it's because you have an edge around him. Right? Well, Satan say it's because, let me get it again, skin to skin, you basically have to press him harder. Right? And the most I say, alright, you have to press him harder. Do what you say you have in mind. And Satan, so when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with swords. Let me see if anything interesting from the fierce present person, right? Surface before, right? Yes. So if Satan and something there and Yahawah Bashem Yahushai was in such conflict, why did Satan even listen to the Most High, right? When he said, go and do what you have to do, why wouldn't he rebel? And that is because that's not the way heaven works. Right? The Lord is in control of all things, both good and evil. Oh, this go. We are 10 minutes. Didn't plan for a 10 minute. Plan for a short video. But nevertheless, Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 28, it said, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore stroke in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. For hail, so like fire and hail and famine and death, all these things were created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction." Right? So, appease the wrath of him that made them. I think I read it before, but let's read it again. Proverbs 16 and verse 4. "The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." Right? So who they're appeasing? The Lord yahawashi. There's no fighting in heaven between angels and the Heavenly Father. And He is the Almighty. If there was such thing, wouldn't you think He would just de-exist it from the present? Yeah, walkie-talkie Christians are all silly. Right, so with that, I hope this video was edifying. Kalalal Yahawah Shem Shai Bashem Kodash, the brothers of the apostles of James Greatman Stone. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this work in sincerity and in honesty. Shalom.